Chief is a family-owned, Nebraska-based company comprised of 7 diverse brands. Chief, trusted, tested, true.
Good morning, everyone. It's not looking the best that it could look or can look or will look.
I think it looks pretty good.
If you squint your eyes and stand really far away, it looks good. Up close, it's a bit patchy, but the yard is coming along. Luckily, we've got irrigators going. The sprinkler system runs almost non-stop, and we have our little baby blades of grass here. There are plenty of weeds like this, but we put on a fertilizer that's supposed to help reduce the broad leaves in the crabgrass. So hopefully that starts working soon. But for 2 people who have never seeded a lawn before, I'd say that tractor worked out pretty well. Pepper has approved of the whole process. The Japanese beetles haven't gotten to the trees yet, and we're fighting them as hard as we can. So our trees still have leaves on them, thank goodness. The grass is growing slowly but surely, all coming up. While we are nonstop watering our small plants, we are also nonstop watering our corn plants. Like that field behind me, that pivot hasn't been off once. While my garden has gotten a bit overcrowded, my onions are developing nicely. There's a ton of jalapenos and lots of little cherry tomatoes, none ripe yet, but they're getting there. And look at that big guy back there. We had the first harvest from here. I made a salad last night and it had a cut up tomato from our garden on top of it. It was so good. Pepper. It's a good thing the trees are thriving. Apparently, Pepper uses them as her own personal playground. What in the world, silly cat? You climbing trees? To say that the corn was definitely knee-high by 4th of July. In fact, the corn is way taller than even my arm, totally outstretched, and we still have a lot of growing season left. This stuff is so tall, it hasn't even tasseled yet. But pretty soon we'll start to see tassels and ears will start developing. It's pretty exciting.
There should be a tassel in there somewhere.
Should be getting, aha!
Look
to
at
the
that.
tassel. This is going to all unfold, all the leaves will uncurl, and then the tassels will start falling off like this. And this is what actually pollinates the little silks on the tops of the ears of the corn. And each of those silks that you see on the top of an ear of corn is connected to a kernel, and this will have a whole bunch of pollen on it, and it'll blow in the wind, and it'll dust down and pollinate those ears, and then we'll have our ear of corn. guy.
I bet there's near corn in here somewhere. Ooh, right there.
Oh, look at this.
Ah.
Ta-da!
Well, there's two on that plant.
Oh,
Wow.
There's a big ear. See where is that? Like I said, we still have a lot of growing season left. Pretty soon these will be all filled out. Baby, baby ear of corn.
You want that guy to grow up to be big and strong.
He's so cute. Sucker's got a long way to go. It'll get there.
Oh, you broke it.
Look how tiny the little kernels are. The sprinklers in our yard have nothing on this sprinkler.
That thing's shooting like 75 yards.
That big pivot that we just showed just came right across this road. This is one of those pivot roads that we made to get out to the well. Gotta throw her in four-wheel drive. There we go. Last well motor we were at was natural gas. So it just runs off a little hose, it's pumping natural gas, that's its fuel source. This one is a little bit different, it runs off diesel. And so we have a big tank that gets filled with diesel at the beginning of the year, and sometimes if we run them enough, like this year where they've been running non-stop for the past 2 weeks, eventually we will have to bring a truck out here and fill it up. That is why we have such nice roads. But yeah, this runs off diesel.
Natural gas engine was a Chevy 454 V8, and this one is a John Deere inline 4-cylinder. And at the end of the day, they pretty much make the same amount of torque. And horsepower is a lot different, but out here we're really after is torque.
Pressure release on the pipe full of water that's going to the pivot. It needs to be fixed. The next job on our agenda requires some big tools. And we're actually gonna put an extension on this as well. So an even bigger tool than this. What could possibly require such a big tool? Pause for dramatic effect. This thing. This is pretty much exactly what I have in my lawn, except it goes on the end of a pivot. That's what you saw earlier. And we have one that went bad, so what we need to do is replace it. But before we go up there, I wanted to show you what it looks like up close. So this screws on to our little overhang at the very end of the pivot. The water comes up, there's a booster pump, it sprays water. Gets a lot of extra acres, this thing does. Very, very powerful.
That's what it does right there. Shoots way out there. Thing's pretty cool, isn't it?
It is.
You'll drive the JLG?
Yeah.
Cool. We're just waiting for the pivot to get in position. See, it's slowly moving our way.
starting to power down. We'll let all that water run out. We'll let the water run out of the end gun, and then we can get up there. And we timed it just right, so where the end gun is fits in perfectly with the planter skip. And of course the planter skip is right by the road. But right now it's gonna work out favorably for us because it means that we don't have to run any corn over to get to the end gun. We have our supplies. And up we go. First step is this big guy. Going to use this enormous pipe wrench to take off the old broken one. Out with the old, in with the new.
We won't just throw this one away. We'll put new bearings in it and it'll be ready for another pivot.
Where's that Teflon? Oh, here. This is my favorite part of the job. Art project time.
Oh, looks like the pivot finally ran out of water. Got enough on there?
I think so. All good.
Just about lost it. Time for the extension?
Yeah.
Slippery.
Yeah, I know. Kind of muddy. Don't fall.
I don't want this thing falling off either.
Remember that?
Yeah. There we have it.
And get installed.
We'll go this way. Click. This way. Click.
Perfect. Again, installed. Ready
Place.
ready to turn the pivot back on. Now that we have it fixed, this is the only electric well we have on our farm. So we have the luxury of starting it from Grant's phone.
Ready?
I think I'm ready. Press the little green button.
Okay, sending. Oh, you hear a click?
I did just hear a click.
There we go. Oh, we gotta shut the window. Oh, come on, come on.
Oh, just in time.
Oh, man. Look at that.
Our handiwork, it works. Beautiful. Japanese beetles are back again this year. These things are an absolute menace to anything green and living. They just eat and multiply. It's disgusting. I was really hoping they wouldn't come back this year, but they did.
They seem to be less, or not as numerous as last year, maybe because that's all the dry weather we've been having, but they're still terrible.
Either way, I say just give it a few weeks. I say they take everything over. It's really sad, but hopefully we can put together some kind of program to prevent them. They are just vicious. But thanks for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Grant and I always enjoy sharing our adventures with you guys. We've got new stuff coming to our website very soon, so be sure to check that out. Yeah, we really appreciate you guys. I hope you're having a good summer.